Well, we're getting to see you both here in the upcoming action thriller Overrun. For Chris, this is a serious role for you. I mean,
Hmm.
what's drawn you to more dramatic, serious roles these years?
Well, definitely getting to work with Josh. Jack and I worked with Josh, the writer and director, on Thundermans a ton, and anytime you get to work with people that you love, it's great. So Jack and I did not have scenes together, but in my heart, I was there on set with him,
In
and
spirit.
yeah, exactly. So it was super fun. Also, like, I've done a little bit of action stuff before, but this was like squibs. There were people with like paintball gun. I didn't know this part of it. They shoot paintball pellets at you from off camera, but they're filled with little explosives, and it really feels like you're getting shot at.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
Not
it's
ketchup packets after all, right?
apparently not. It's great because very little acting is involved because things really are exploding, and they like you'll see in the movie. I'm probably one of the less serious people in the serious action movie because I do things like get shot at and fall on my butt into like an old tire. That's sort of my job.
uh, for you, Jack, this Augie's kind of a little bit of comic relief as well. Was that what drew you to want to being a part of the movie too?
I mean, same answer as Chris, really, just to get to work with Josh and Omid, the people that we love from Thundermans. There was absolutely zero hesitation in accepting the role. I mean, it was really cool to be the comic relief and definitely to play a character that I haven't played before, the techie sort of kid behind the computer, sort of like, yeah, turn right, turn left, yeah, go there. Yeah, it was cool. It was something different for me for sure.
Jack, did you have to learn any kind of techie speak or kind of hacking abilities and things like that, or at least a little
Def-
bit about them for the
Yeah,
role?
definitely. There was some mumbo jumbo jargon that I had no idea what it meant, but I learned quickly, and then it quickly went out the other side of my head. But I learned it for a second, so I knew what I was saying on the day. But when I watch the movie, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't know what that means, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Jack, I don't know about you, but sometimes I find with that techie jumbo, it really is about a 5 minute window where you're like, okay, my brain remembers it now, but in a half an
yep,
hour, it will be gobbledygook.
Like
yeah,
So,
I can pronounce
exactly.
it at
It's
the
that,
moment, but ask me a month from now, and there's no way
oh,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
pronouncing any of this.
It's that
oh,
short. It's that short-term memory that us actors have to be like real on point with, to get it in, repeat it, and then it just goes
yeah.
away.
And I think it's all fueled by the adrenaline of if I don't remember this, we're here all day.
All night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have that like that gut clench of like, okay, get it right. Don't think about
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. And then it's a long line and you're like almost done with it. And yourself is telling yourself, like, don't fuck this up. You got it.
Chris, you mentioned a little bit about those squibs and the pellets that you had to suffer during the
Yeah.
filming. What were some of your other memorable moments you had from working on Overrun?
Um, I think probably mainly the people. I hadn't worked with Johnny Messner before, and there's a whole sequence where we're sort of at this big kind of cool maze that's like a junkyard, but it's laid out almost kind of like a maze or something like that. And we're on top of a real mountain, and it was December, so it's winter in California. So the wind is blowing, it's super cold. So Johnny and I would huddle inside his car for warmth. And I was like, this is crazy because you see people driving by with cranes and, the weapons people all loading up all their stuff outside. And you're like, this is like a real movie. And it is really cold. Even though it's uncomfortable, the thrill of working on movies, I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. So being part of it feels amazing.
Isn't the squib so cool?
Gosh, like I said, very little acting involved. You hear those explosions and you see little things fly and you're like, yeah, I'm getting shot at.
Yeah,
I better
I'm
run.
shot. I'm down.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah.
Jack, were you given any kind of backstory about how Augie and Marcus kind of knew each other? That way he could be reached out for the tech help?
It's kind of like the jargon. It's kind of one ear out the other. I mean, we kind of just played on that real relationship that we had. You know what I mean? Like we've been friends ever since Thundermans. You know, he always did stunts, and then later in the show, he actually played Dark Mayhem, our sort of main villain character in the show. And we just sort of riffed on that relationship. You know, it was really cool to slip into a production that had already been going to. It was good practice for me to sort of seamlessly sort of enter a movie. Sometimes it's hard to feel like you're part of it when it's already been going, you know, but because of, you know, knowing Josh and Omid and Johnny, it was pretty seamless. And yeah, we just sort of played on that relationship that we really had.
So there really probably wasn't anything you had to do, guys, to slip out of a long day of filming. I mean, you were on set with pals already, so hard day of filming kind of just was more like a fun day of filming.
Exactly. It was actually my birthday, one of my shoot days too. So it was really fun. There's no other better way to spend your birthday than shooting a movie. So
Chris is mad he missed out on cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, just mail me a slice.
Yeah, it's in the mail.
Oh, great. I'll get my mail fork all set. This is exciting.
Chris, what do you think it is about Overrun that's going to make it such a fast fan favorite action thriller? The edge of your seat action had me hooked.
Oh, great. Well, I think exactly like you said. I think the action's really fun. It's a ton of stunt people who've worked together and I think have wanted to do something of their own. Like they've done Mandalorian. One of the producers, I think, was one of the guys who I think exclusively did all the jetpack stuff in Mandalorian. So that to me was just like, tell me everything. Every day on set, I was like, let's just any one of these stunts I want to see. The actors are great. Bruce Dern. I mean, come on, Bruce Dern. William Catt was a hero of mine again since I was a kid because of The Greatest American Hero. So anytime you get to be next to him, I was just like, I have to stop asking him superhero questions and just sort of be like normal, like, yeah, you're right. We gotta tighten up the beats in this scene. Hey, when you were flying, like all of it was just the most exciting to me.
So what's next for you, Chris? You've been busy working on anything else?
Yeah, we over quarantine, we shot another season of Reno 911. And which is now I think on the Roku channel, and now we're going to shoot, I believe, coming this month. I don't know the exact schedule yet, but we're going to start shooting another season of Reno sometime in August. So that's exciting.
That's
and
awesome.
Jack, what have you been busy working on?
I've been doing music. Yeah, I've been working on my music. Started a band about a year and a half ago. We're actually planning on releasing our first single this month, so I'm really excited about that.
Congratulations!
Thanks,
right.
bro.
How are you gonna celebrate the release?
We gotta shoot a music video. I have a plan. It's all up here. I'm gonna reach out and sort of produce a video for us, and you know, we're just gonna release it. You know, it's been kind of nerve-wracking sort of releasing my, you know, stories. A lot's happened in the 4 years since Thundermans has ended, and it's kind of given me time to reflect and think and turn some gritty situations into pretty songs. And that's kind of what the message of the band is. We're called the Pretty Grit, and it's kind of all about how you take, you know, the shitty things in life and flip them upside down. And you know, it's all about, you know, not letting these things in life crush you, and it's how you let them inspire you.
That's great.